are going to check out a band called The Animals. I don't think I've ever heard of a band called The Animals before, but I kind of have heard of this song, The House of the Rising Sun. I've definitely heard it in the background of things. Was it movies or TV shows, possibly? But I only kind of vaguely know the hook. And it's something about New Orleans. Anyway, we're going to check it out today, and we're going to find out a little bit more about the background of the song, as well as the band and their conceptualization of the song. There's always interesting stories. Will today's song be about drugs and rock and roll? We'll find out. Anyway, if you've never seen me before in your life, I'm Diane. I'm an Irish girl from Ireland. There's a couple of reasons I never got into popular music. I just never had a music phase, as you would have it. I did have a music phase, but it was like musical theatre and bubbly pop. So I'm doing it right here on YouTube, and I'm having a blast. Comment below if you want to see a particular band or a particular song. That's where I get all the ideas for my reactions, and indeed other videos. No, that's not the Beatles, right? They look like the Beatles. I'm gonna guess it was the same era. Like, that guy looks like Paul McCartney. I'll start it again.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't usually interrupt.
Stop it!
Last time. I know where I know the song from. I tried to learn it on the piano during a piano lesson one time. That's where I know it from. And this guy sounds like he has a Dublin accent, kind of.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. In God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and trouble, and the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drum. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun.
could be way off and they might not be Irish at all, but the way that chap pronounced Orleans was very Dublin. As a Dublin person, we call them dubs. They call us dubs. Orleans, they go to New Orleans. I'm gonna have a good time at New Orleans. Let's find out. Are they Irish? I bet they're not. I bet that's just a quirky way he pronounces it. Ooh, they're English. So they were part of the British invasion of the US. Who came first, the Beatles or these lads? They didn't strike me as fellas who would love to be dressed the same. I imagine that was like a managerial choice. Okay, it wasn't their only big hit. They had other hits called We Gotta Get Out of This Place, It's My Life, and a couple of others. Oh, they're from Newcastle. That explains the accent a little bit. We lost a light, we'll continue. Okay, so the song tells the fate of a person's life gone wrong. And it says here it was a folk song. I did have echoes of a folky song, and maybe that's what I learned to play on the piano. House of the Rising Sun. There's some little memory in my brain there. Oh. I had an interpretation of it, which wasn't this, but not a million miles off. The House of the Rising Sun is about a brothel in New Orleans. Or it could be about a women's prison in New Orleans called the Orleans Parish Women's Prison, which had an entrance gate adorned with a rising sun artwork. This would explain the ball and chain lyrics in the song. I did really like that lyric, the ball and chain part. Okay, the song became popular as an African American folk song. Interesting. I have to say, the chap who was the lead singer's voice was very, very soulful. Like, if you closed your eyes, I would not have pictured him as the singer. He looked distinctly Irish, to be honest, and with the little bit of accent. But Newcastle, there's some immigration there. Okay, in the traditional folk version, the main character is a prostitute or a prisoner, like we discussed, but the Animals changed it to a gambler to make their version more radio friendly. They do strike me as very managed with the suits and everything. The lead singer Eric Burdon explained, House of the Rising Sun is a song that I was just fated to. It was made for me and I was made for it. It was a great song for the Chuck Berry tour because it was a way of reaching the audience without copying Chuck Berry. It was a great trick and it worked. It actually wasn't only a great trick, it was a great recording. Kudos where kudos is due. Okay, they began as a jazz group, but the lead singer Burdon was a lousy player, so he switched to vocals and they became a rock group. It's a good reason to switch, really. Their earlier names were the Pagans and the Kansas City Five. Very interesting. I would pursue a little bit more information about the band, but I currently have a dog very much looking for my attention. Can you hear him in the background? Can you go for a walk? There was a house in New Orleans. They called the Rising Sun. Okay, no. Dogs don't lie, you know. That's it for today. See you guys on this side. Bye.